Hello, IK here. Welcome to Authentication and Authorization Part 6. Here it is. It is line. Uh, we are now. We are now here. Express. Yesterday in last video, I stopped in Express. Here is database, MySQL relation database. But our voyage start from here. Login.js. Login.js. It is from here. Login.js. Here it is. And from login.js, name and password go in tank function, like credentials, and from tank function, go here to Express. This is Express. Express communicate with MySQL, and from MySQL, I need from MySQL, we are now in Express. We must go. We are now in Express. Here it is. Express. And in this video, we're going forward from Express. Here it is Express, and results object from MySQL coming with the complete record of user. Here in database, thanks to password and email, was find user in database, and that user now is here in Express. And in Express, user is put in tank, in a token, together with expiration date, time, and together with the secret key. And it is now token signed, what means encrypted, and it is one long random signs. It is one long script, and ready. Express is ready to send response, object response with the token and message login successful. And let's get in code to see what happened next. Now it is, here it is. Here we are. We can, do you remember from last video, from here, from Express, can go in response, one of the error, there is a 3 error possibility, the coding here, and one OK solution. Here is, we can begin with the OK solution. Here is an object response, JSON method of object response, and here in parameter is object with the properties message and token, two properties, message and token. And it is always payload. What coming from Express, it is payload. Now it is token, this token, message and token. Our payload is user here, and it is inside of token. And all about user. Here is error about can be that payload. And what go back, it is it must unpacked payload. It is always something about user. And here we have OK solution, and the message and token go back in response, and we go back also, it is to Express. Express web application in JSON, in JavaScript, lay published on the Node.js server. From Express, response object coming here in Redux. Concretely, it is reducer. It is login slice, reducer for state login. And here is for us important. From here, it is what it was request, and here is a request, and we have now response, and after that request we have response. Message and token is in data, and this return means that we go down to look at in add case. Before that, I must say that if when we would look at in the next video for error, if would come in error would be returned with this. It is two options. Return if all is okay, return response data. If all is okay, if something not okay, return rejected with value. Now we have return okay response fulfilled type, and here in response data it would be returned to whom. It is returned to extra reducer. We can go down to extra reducer to see what happened. Extra reducer, it is login slice, it is reducer, login slice, reducer login. You have login here, initial name is login, initial state. Initial state, okay, initial state, here it is. Initial state is, this is authenticated false user null, token, and error null. It is initial state. False is authenticated false. Now, and user null, token, and error. And it means that we expect user and all that we expect in response, but user will be, we need it in like initial state. It is object to contain, which contain user properties, token, and error. Is authenticated is flag, false and true. And this is properties of our login. And now coming with coming token, but we must take from token, we must find user. It is security. We didn't send user directly, but we encrypted user in token, and now when it is arrived, we arrived token. And in that token, don't arrive error stay null like it is, and we take from token user, a user. Okay, let's go to, and in state login, we have a user token error. User token error. We need token that coming here only that we take from token user, not directly coming without token. And also we need a token to save in a local server if refresh application or restart browser, we use a token for again validation, again open, decode, and user again put in Redux. It is all on the front end happen. And we stay logged after refresh application and after restart browser. But after turn off computer and turn off, turn on, would be removed from local storage. Token would be removed, local storage. Okay, let's go down to here it is extra reducer and fulfilled. This is our situation now. We are fulfilled, all is okay, and these flags we put on true because of fulfilled, all is okay. State user equal extract user from token, and this is action payload token. Action payload is token. Okay. Token. Extra user from token, it is function above. Function above. Now we can look at that function. Extract user from token equal arrow function. Again, if no token, return null. And we will not be logged in. But in the contrary, decoded JSON, after decoding JSON, return name, decoded name, null or null, email, decoded email, and role, decoded role. Or null, it means if left side, if this logic would be empty, nothing, we have not error undefined, but we have null. Null is not error, it is keyword. And catch error if exists, and now we have all positive. And we have, here is extract user token. Also that token must be validated, is a valid token. Again, if no token, return false, but if exists token, decode it, again, decode it, and find expiration. Only that is here for validation. Does it expired time? And it is in milliseconds, again, decoded, dot experience multiplied 1000 in milliseconds. And return expiration, if it is, if time not expire, return expiration, there is no fault, it is all, it's okay, expiration exists, it's okay, is valid. Now here we have two functioning, is valid and extract user from token, two function, what must be called from somebody. Let's get down, here is a call. If persistent token is equal and invalid token. Here is a calling of function is valid token, and parameter is persisted token. Oh, that it is after decoded. It is decoded token is persisted token. Okay, let's see. Is token. Here is expiration, decoded, extracted function, initial. Here it is. A declaration of persisted token variable equal local storage dot get item, method get item, local storage. There is a method get item and get item token. It is persisted token. And here it is persisted token if token exists and is valid, expiration day is valid, that persisted token. Here is all positive. In this variant where it is positive. And declare user. We declare user, how extract user from token. Persisted token is parameter. And it is calling this calling function, call function calling like name of function, and parent and empty or parenthesis empty or with parameter. Here is a parameter persisted token. It is called function. And here is a call function also. Call function. And the user is object with username, user role. Initial state is authenticated is equal true. Now from false true. From false true. Persisted token, initial state token is persisted token, and user is user. All we have here what we need. Down. Now in extra reducer we have fulfilled, and now we said state user is extra user from token, action payload, what coming payload token. It is a parameter of extra extract user from token, because here in that method of builder, coming return, coming response, and in that response momentarily we follow is token, and we extract user from token. Extract user from token, we see up, it is calling function, extract user from token. Extract user from token. That really first calling of function is here. This is life of application. This is reality, abstraction and real. This is real, that return coming here in add case, and in that return it is response data, it is token inside. And now user is extract user from token, and parameter is concretely token, what coming from. But that function extract user from token will extract user, because here is a calling function in a real world, real situation, but here is abstraction declaring of here is declaring function, declaration of function. We declare function, and that function is in memory. Do you know when login slice go in memory and waiting what happened and stay in memory ready for service, real world what happened with component and when with our interaction. Do you remember when login slice go in memory or component go in memory with when would be initial in that moment is initial like declaration. Component go like declaration of state. In initial state would be, but also login is also declaration. Declaration all what is in that page. Declaration this function, declaration this function, and declaration all other must be declared here. And when it is when it was going to memory, here it is in index. Look at index.js. Index.js, here it is provider, and here it is store. Index.js is entry point of application. Index.html is entry point of environment. It is the beginning of calling, of loading, and that index.html call index.js. And index.js is like lock engine of train. Call happen goal what here it is coded, and you see inside of provider React component, React element here, provider, it is component. Go all this component here with root, depending of our interaction with all that coming on client and would be with initial state, would be declared initial state and waiting for our interaction when state would be changed with our interaction. And this is because execution of provider, or the execution all inside of provider, and execution provider means execution this props store, and this moment execution of this props store, it is moment when all from store, and there is a login reducer, go to memory. Look at what is store. Look at what is a store. Components, app, store. All reducer. Here is a login reducer from component login slice. All reducer going to memory, and we have initial state. Every reducer is one state, and reducer go in memory with initial state, and when component rendering first time, they find ready in memory initial state. Who put that initial state? put reducer here in this moment when index.js would be called, and in memory would be all state ready. In Redux, all memory in Redux, store is part of Redux. All memory was in memory was all state initial state. Back to login slice. Here it is, login slice. Back to login slice. Login slice. Here it is, login slice. And all this is in memory. It means that function is what must be need. Take position, would be save, would be declare. What means declaration? Declare function. It is a name, it is a reference of function. And this arrow function, there is a no name. And this left side of equation is a name. And we declare is valid token equal arrow function. And all that together is declaration go to memory, would be declared in memory. It means that is valid token point in other position in memory where it is ready for use. This arrow function is valid. Also for this function, it is declaration, go to memory and ready to be loaded. Must be called in the process later, but at first must be declared and put in memory. It is a function. If you remember in some video, I talk about virtual machine and all that process in memory. When we call function on the stack, one part of the memory, and the stack all what need that function, and put parameters, etc. And after that, start execution of that function from that stack. Element what first go in, last go out, and first go in. First going in function name, name calling of function, name of reference of function, and after that parameters, etc. And of course must be resolved parameter after that function, and we have result. Result go somewhere in memory. Initial state. It is login. Login declare initial state. It is declaration of initial state. It is declaration of initial state. Declaration of object initial state equal object. Look at curly brackets means object. Inside that object is properties. Okay, it is all declaration, declaration, declaration. This construction, for example, when it put in memory, there is a no persisted token. There is no token. It is only go in memory and ready to be used. But only when response from Express coming would be ready token. Now that construction go in memory and waiting that we start interaction and that response coming. And all that is about a reducer. And here it is. When fulfilled situation, here is, we have reducer. Reducer always have state and action input. and output, there is what I now look at in fulfilled. Output would be state, and state is action, now action coming with the payload. And the state, here state in input is copy of state in output. And state in output now is initial, it is user, user empty string. There is no user. And now when action coming with user payload in would be push, that new would be push in state, and we have user, we have login user. It is array with only one member. That member is one user. It is the name of user and the role of user. We use here in payload. Okay, and fulfilled is a situation of, it is action type fulfilled. We now spoke about action type fulfilled. It is action type fulfilled when response coming with payload, when it is all is okay with asynchronous process. And if all is okay, we coding true here for that properties. And here we extract from token. Now here it is action payload. It is return. By return data, action payload token, pardon, in a response app, there is a token. And after that, here is a payload is a token, only token. And now this calling, it is calling of extra user from token. It is function ready in memory. We call that function and give a real token, and extract user from token will extract user from token, and it would be user. Okay, go down. Token exists. Token exists. And here, and state error node. Okay. And the token go in Redux also. Even though token is token did task transport user, we take from token, we take user here, extract user from token, and token now we need for save. It is in Redux, but also it would be saved in local storage for take for if we need revalidate after refresh or restart browser. It means that the token is in two places, in Redux, in login state, and in local storage. But let's get down. Here it is. It is take from storage, but token put in storage. It is for rejected. I don't look at now. Action payload token local. Yes, here it is. Save token to local storage. Yeah. Set item. set item. We must also use that token when we want to revalidate. Now process is finished. Redux is in Redux we have a user, and the username can be showed. User role can be shown that process of that positive response go to log. We finished with the login reducer, login slice. We finished. What happened? Response coming from Express, response data. In response data is token. Token was valid, control valid, and extract user from token. And now we have in token we have token and user in Redux, and in local storage we have a token. And next station is login.js. That response, better say promise from object response, coming here. What coming here? Token. A token, and that token here we again decoded, and take user role, you see, decoded, and user role take to decide where navigate to dashboard if user is role admin, or customer role we navigate to page, to component, to address customer. And it is important function. Here coming response data, and in that response data is token. So it is situation here that we decoded in two places. In login slice, we decoded token. For Redux, we must put in Redux store, we must have user. We have token, but we must have user, and user is encoded in token. We decoded token and use what we need from user. Component welcome, component welcome message here. Look at a user connected directly by user selector, connected with Redux with login user. And this question mark means that if state not exist, it would be undefined, and we have unquote error, black screen with some sign of it. And this question mark stop that possibility. If no state, go ahead, no login, go ahead. And user is what is user, it is empty, or but in this situation user, we have user in Redux. And this question mark we call optional chain. It is options. If have state, if have login, if have user, it is optional chain for deep for some deep properties, like here user is a third generation in this chain. State object, login object, user. Okay, it is very elegant solution for against unquote error and when some variable is undefined. Use selector, and we take error. This moment for us is important user, and look at why. Because of this return, welcome username. Username dollar means that it is variable, and user is this user. It is a ternary operator. If user exists, this question mark means if user exists, uh, uh, would be this, and it is this would be visible on the screen. But if not user, not exist, please log in, please log in. And this construction also, if something not exist like user, never mind, nothing would be happen, would not be happen unquote error. It is a welcome message. Welcome message needs name of user. Login needs role of user. Okay. Login is here. Bin com bin password. When I put in login here, please log in, we will see welcome bin login, and also F12 in I'm going to application and ready to look at here in local storage. You see token. It is token is from yesterday here, and now when I put login, new token would be coming here in. Okay, login. You see welcome bin. Log out. When I put a log out, maybe you see I have a code for remove token and remove all from Redux and remove token from here. Okay, I can put, look at here. Look at here in login slice, login slice reducer. You see reducer. Reducer is logout. It is logout reducer, and logout is action creator, and that action here there is a state. We don't need action because this logout don't go to asynchronous process, don't go to Express, don't go to database, don't take nothing. There is no payload, and because there is no payload, we don't need write here action. We can write it, but it would be dim because we have not. It is local, all happen local here in our computer. Don't go in our application. Don't go out from that JavaScript application in Express and database. And because our reducer, there is input value is only state, and this is state, it is copy of output state. And this is the same reducer, it is a login reducer, and the state now is bin, name of bin, and user is bin, and role is admin, I think. But now, when we put button, would be called this creator, action creator, and look at what happened? All in reducer would be null. All login state would be null, null, put directly to null. Of course, this is not, we can code like that directly. User token error, null, 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 authentication false, but it must be immutable. And this state is copy of output state on a reducer I spoke. And there is a IMER library in this Redux toolkit coming. And concretely this login slice, there is IMER library in background, what will copy output with, and this input state is copy of output state. And all here, what we coded would be by immutable way, would be assigned to copy, not original. It is immutable way of changes. Okay, and log out. After that, storage is local storage is empty and Redux is empty. Okay, let's go and look at the local storage. Local storage, it is about Redux, reducer, and local storage separately. We must code it that remove item. Local storage, there is a set item, remove item. It is method of local storage and token. And when we put it is in header. In header is header. In header, look at dispatch logout. But without, we don't need parameter. It is logout coming that, and you see, it is not tank. It's not, don't go asynchronous. It is local dispatch logout, and it is reducer, not extra reducer. Okay. And we see after that, we will see login again. Now, we have token, we have login bin, welcome bin, now log out. Look at, there is a no, in storage is empty, and on the screen is again login. And now I will bin, again log. bin.com and down bin. Login, now you see a token is here. Also refresh, after refresh, all repeating, but now from local storage token. Local storage token would be used for revalidate user. Also switch off, switch on browser. We will see logout. We will see that token would be in local storage, but only push off, switch off computer, and token would be go out. Would not be after that login. Okay, I can show you this user. Welcome to dashboard. But if that user want to go customer like now, customer. Here, enter. Unauthorized. From what coming it? It coming from here in components. I put all about login and unauthorized. Here it is component unauthorized. 403, you see standard number for error exists, it is 403. You don't have permission to access this. It is unauthorized. But who called that unauthorized? It called private root. Private root component children required role. But it is interesting for separate, for short separate video. That private root go in every root in index, and every root where we put a private root, that root is forbidden for unauthorized people. Look at here, is authenticated user or not, false or true. Thank you for watching this video.